It's Taco Gaming here with the Ram Kit and myself, DPX. And our last video uploaded to my channel for some reason, but we'll fix that. Depending on when you are watching this, it probably will be on our channel. Yay! Okay, so today we are going to discuss what new characters we think is going to be in it. And this is not in any particular order, and it's not a top 10. It's just us naming characters that we want.
It's a discussion video.
Yeah, pretty much.
Why we think they will come.
Alright, just so you guys know, the roster is going to be much bigger than this.
Just an alpha. This is just an alpha.
Yeah, pretty much. I think the amount of characters that we have is probably going to take up all those spots.
Yeah.
Alright, let's go. So first of all, before we start, we already know that Dr. Fate, Swamp Thing, and I was about to say Killer Cold.
Captain Cold.
Captain Cold, yeah. Are all gonna be in it because of the polls and t-shirt and trailer.
All that
good
stuff.
Now let's move on with our first pick.
They won't be on this list.
Red Hood is our first pick, and come on, Red Hood's a given. I mean, like, he was the most wanted character in Injustice 1, well, probably besides, like, Martian Manhunter.
He would be awesome in Injustice.
Yes.
He has guns, he has fighting, he has everything.
And yes, Nightwing and Red Hood. Not Red Hood and Arkham Knight.
Remember though, Nightwing and Red Hood are different.
The thing really is Robin and Red Hood.
Yeah.
Okay. Moving on with the second most requested character in Injustice history right now, Starfire.
First of all, she's the second most requested character.
Yeah, she was the only missing the Teen Titans member that the second one we'll get to later. Even though it's obvious, but the Starfire won her poll between whatchamacall, why do I keep saying that? I don't know. Between Constantine and Black Manta. Black Manta's not going to be in it because he's a stage transformation, and Constantine, well, we'll get to him later.
Yeah, but they'll probably do all the Teen Titans with their costumes, so
yeah,
that's why we're predicting her to be in it, and she'd be a pretty good fit.
Yeah, next up is the other Teen Titan character, Beast Boy.
He's a shapeshifter, he's a great fighter, and he completes the Teen Titan quadruple trio. No.
If you count Nightwing, then it's 5.
That's true.
And plus, he could turn to any animal.
And that could be good with the movesets and his...
Yeah, he was probably that bear thing on the roster, because he could turn into a bear. Next up is Reverse Flash.
Now, he's not going to be a Flash clone. He could have a totally different moveset.
Yeah, a completely different moveset.
But he'd still be great. And besides, who wouldn't want Reverse Flash? Flash is very close to main enemy.
Yeah,
arguably.
Since the Flash is Ed Boon's favorite character, and it seems like they're going to be doing a lot of Flash enemies, like Captain Cold and Gorilla Grodd, Reverse Flash, and we'll get to other characters later, such as Zoom. Now I know what you're thinking. Why do you have both Reverse Flash and Zoom? Well, a little something called tweak. God damn it!
Tweak the movesets.
No, I wasn't. Well, that, but hints from Ed Boon. There, and Flash being Ed Boon's goddamn favorite character.
Yeah. And about them maybe being clone. About him maybe being.
Again, they could make him different too.
Yeah.
I could see him. I could see him being really OP, but they could. I was gonna say dumb him down. But no, they're not gonna dumb him down. They will downgrade him, but yeah.
Yeah, and with a character like Flash, you could make the moveset out of anything. So he'll probably make it to Injustice 2. Next up is
Constantine. Now Constantine did get a show that was canceled. Then he appeared in Arrow. But like I said earlier, he was on the pole with Starfire and Black Manta, and Black Constantine got
beaten.
not he came second place,
He got
but
beaten.
yeah, he did. But he was in the Injustice comics, and I think Constantine should be in it.
Yeah. He's actually a pretty big part of DC, even though most people don't know him. I think he's a
People
underrated
really
hero.
don't know about him.
Yeah, and it would be good to bring some light to him. And he's a freaking demon. He can do what. He'll have a great moveset in Injustice.
Yeah, next up, Firefly. Now, Firefly is a bit of an obscure character for Injustice. Well, people know about him, just that I honestly don't know anybody that had him on their list.
Yeah. But think about it. It's a guy who can fly, so he could have a little jetpack that he... It did.
Okay.
But you could have him with a little jetpack that if you hold down the jump button or something, you fly around for a little. And then he has his flamethrower, which you could turn into like a flame gun or something. Shoot out flares that hurt. But he'd still be a good fit.
Things to say. Okay.
I'm not a game developer.
Neither am I. But Firefly would be a really good character. And which also brings me to my next idea. Not really. I already thought of this character. Firestorm. Firestorm, I think he was in Legends of Tomorrow or one of the CW shows. Not sure. Tell me if I'm right or tell us if I'm right or wrong. But I'm pretty sure he was in a Legends of Tomorrow.
And he's pretty similar to Firefly, but he's way more well known.
And he's way more unique.
Yeah. Kind of like a Green Lantern-ish, but with fire.
Yeah, and doesn't need a ring.
Yeah.
Firestorm would be a really cool character. We were thinking of El Diablo, but we figured that we couldn't have both Firestorm and El Diablo, so we went with Firestorm. Because not really anyone knows about El Diablo till the Suicide Squad movie.
Yeah. Next up is...
Katana. Yeah, speaking of Suicide Squad movie.
She has a sword. She can cut people with her sword. She's become really popular.
Plus, her sword is like... you like her sword, right? her sword is like Thor's hammer. It's like Thor's hammer, only she could use it.
And it has the souls of the people she kills in it. She can unleash those souls for an awesome finishing attack.
So seeing, like, in the story mode, how people try picking up her sword, that'll be like a nice touch.
Yeah.
And our next idea is Cheetah.
Well, we don't think that Ares is gonna come back.
Yeah, and if anything, Cheetah should at least replace her. Maybe not replace her, but for him. I didn't just call God to her. I can't believe I just did that.
But she is probably Wonder Woman's main enemy, arguably, but that's what I personally believe. And she'd be a pretty good fit.
I think, like, when Ares was confirmed for Injustice 1, well, nobody was really excited or anything. It's just like, okay, we have Ares. I was expecting another Wonder Woman villain, but we got Ares.
Cool.
That shit. So next up, we have another kind of obscure pick, Star Sapphire. Sapphire. But I just like saying it like Star Sapphire.
She's a big part of the Green Lantern universe.
Yeah. She's kind of the Purple Lantern.
Yeah.
But she's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. And if they had 2 lanterns in the first game, so why not add 2 lanterns in the second game?
Yeah, that was my idea.
No.
Yeah, kind of not. Like, well, we almost didn't add her in because we thought it would just be good to have Atrocitus, but it's always good to have a new female character. Don't not intending anything weird or sexual, but yeah,
And Ed Boon said the lineup's gonna be huge.
yeah. And so they're probably gonna add characters that nobody would really think of. So of course, I'm being literal. I'm being literal here. Shut up! I'm being literal here, but and we know about her, so we're thinking of her. So then she'd probably, yeah, she still seems she might not be in it, but yeah, she could be in it. Our next up is Red Tornado. Red Tornado would kind of be OP because
He's kind of like Vision.
yeah, and you know how Vision is. He's very godly, and but they could make him not broken. They could make him not the new Scorpion, just from DC. You know what I mean, guys, right? Okay, so he would be pretty cool, just spinning around.
Tornado powers.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
he'd be a good fit.
Yeah, really good fit. Next up is the Atom. Kind of not the right choice, showing you guys a dead picture of him. A picture of him dead. The picture can't be dead. And what? Man, kid's staring at me. Okay, so the Atom would be like it would be cool to see him just turn be small and then turn big while fighting. It's like in Marvel Contest of Champions with Ant-Man and Yellow Jacket. I have both those characters in that game.
Yeah. So basically, if you don't know who he is, because he's pretty obscure, he's basically Ant-Man. So imagine Ant-Man, very similar to Ant-Man. So imagine Ant-Man with some changes in Injustice 2. How awesome would that be?
That would be pretty cool. But well, actually, he's gotten more people know him because he was in one of the CW shows. I think it was either Arrow or Legends of Tomorrow. Don't really remember. Again, tell me which one in the comments. Tell us which one in the comments. But he's got more popular with that. So
yeah, and this could really increase his popularity.
Yeah, well, he's pretty popular, just not popular enough that everyone knows him. All right, next up, Black Canary. Speaking of CW shows,
Here's Black Canary.
Yeah. Not to mention that joke we made about her earlier that we're not going to talk about. I don't know why I just brought that up, but Black Canary would be a great character. Seeing her do her supersonic scream that she's doing in this picture right now, and also see her do other stuff. And it would be cool seeing her in the story mode and trying to take on the Superman, the evil Superman.
And we need some more Green Arrow characters, so she fits the bill.
And next up is Killer Croc.
Killer Croc.
He was also in the whatchamacallit?
Suicide Squad.
Yeah, and without even noticing, we put a lot of characters from the Suicide Squad movie.
Yeah. But just think about it. Killer Croc's a huge, crocodile man. He'd be a great fit for Injustice.
I didn't really like his role in well, not really his role. I didn't really like him in the Suicide Squad movie. That's saying a lot because I like Killer Croc.
That's a different story.
Yeah, I know, but it would probably make the possibilities of him being in Injustice 2 less likely because, well, I know a lot of people that didn't like him in that movie. He was sort of just like an extra character that nobody really paid attention to.
Yeah, but still.
One time when he said he was beautiful. That was fun.
But he's Killer Croc. He's a huge Batman enemy. People knew him before Suicide Squad. So
yeah,
and he'd be.
And he was on my list before I even saw Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
It was 2 months before Suicide Squad.
Next up is
Captain Boomerang, another Suicide Squad character. I think it might be our last.
And another Flash villain.
Yeah, and another Flash villain.
So
and another Batman villain.
with his boomerang, he can attack people.
Oh yeah, it would be cool